Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth. Not too long ago, I spoke to a friend about love and how there was natural love and wanting love. I'm pretty sure my babbling, incoherent thoughts were really awesome for him to listen to, but the point I wanted to make to him is that there are different sorts of love, but in my mind, they basically come down to two sorts of love: wanting love and natural love. And natural love is an easy love. It comes without expectations or demands. It's when you love somebody or something, like a pet or nature or the world, and it feels right. You never question it. And when you have that natural form of love for a person, it's enlightening. It feels really good. But sometimes that natural love for a person can turn into wanting love. Usually it doesn't work that way. Usually it's a wanting love first because you see something that's beautiful and you want it so bad, or you see someone who completely connects with who you are and you think they understand you, and you want that and you want it to be real and last forever. And that sort of wanting love can leave you really empty, especially because there's worry and fear over it. You worry that you're gonna lose it, or something will taint it, or it'll change, or they won't love you in the same way back. But with natural love, you don't have those sorts of things, because even if that person were to go out of your life, you understand that that natural love will always be there, that you will always love them, and your love will go with them wherever they go. And the love that they showed you will always be inside you. And the natural love is really based on the ideology that we are all interconnected, and that no matter where we go or what paths we take, we're together in our journeys, even though we may be apart. It makes sense to me, but sometimes I think that I miss the mark when I'm trying to explain stuff to other people. All I have is my words, and sometimes words fail me. In the last year, I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out who I am and get back to the basics and a simpler way of life. Anyways, I recently bought this book. It's called The Dalai Lama's Little Book of Inner Peace. For me, it's been really interesting to read this book because there's been a lot of teachings and lessons in this book that mirror what I have come to the conclusion of on my own. So it's kind of a little bit surreal in that sense. And I reached this part in the inner journey section, and it completely reiterated exactly what I was trying to explain to my friend about wanting love and natural love. Now, they don't call it wanting love. They call it love based on attachment. And I'm gonna read you this bit because it struck a bell with me. It might not necessarily strike a bell with you, but on the off chance that it does, bonus. Love based on attachment. Love based on attachment is limited and precarious. It mainly involves projection. Imagine, for example, that a very attractive person appears and you are immediately drawn to them. Today, you are in love, but tomorrow it is quite possible that your feelings will turn hostile. Love based on attachment is no real help. What does it bring us if not irritation and annoyance? We believe that true compassion is free of attachment. This compassion is expressed spontaneously and unconditionally, like that of a mother who expects nothing from her child in return. It is such a demanding form of love that it gives birth to an indomitable desire to make all beings happy. It strives ceaselessly to ensure that everyone is free of suffering and of everything that brings about suffering. I'm striving to love free of attachments. It's really hard though because of how we're brought up. We are taught to base our love upon looks, grand gestures, gifts, how hot the sex is, which all relates back to attachment love. But I'm trying to break down the way, I think, and rebuild it, and look at humans with love and understanding. But it's a long road to haul, and I'm probably gonna be stuck in this phase for the next 50, 60 years maybe. Regardless, if you're interested, you should pick up this book. It's pretty cheap on Amazon, so check it out. And I hope to see you all again next week for another edition of That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.